Have dark spirits entered into the schools and classrooms of our children? And were we the ones who let them in? This is Jonathan Cahn. In The Return of the Gods, the latest book I've written, it opens up the mystery that's behind everything that's happening. What's transforming our world, what's touching your world, touching people in your family. The mystery involves the return of ancient entities that are now permeating our culture. And I've shared something here that Messiah gave a warning, and he said when the gods return, or the spirits return to repossess a man or a house, they return worse than before. Well, one of the things I shared is the gods are after the children. The gods were always after the children for several reasons. One is they destroy life. The gods are after the future. They're after children. So in ancient times, you had the sacrificing of children and the altering of children, or the abuse of children. We saw that one of the spirits was that of the enchantress that has returned, the goddess. And she was literally the spirit of altering surgically men, turning men into women, women into men. And as she was depicted as being young, and in one of her inscriptions she says, I turn into a young man, this has specifically affected the young of our age transitioning. In ancient times, it was the priesthood that she controlled. Now she's seeking an entire generation. So that's why the focus is there on the children. But notice how it started. The beginning of America's fall away from God centered on the children. In the early 1960s, we removed prayer from school. That was the beginning. Then the Word of God from school. Now, it may have seemed as a little thing at the time, but what were we doing? When we removed God from the children, we're removing God from the future. The children are the future. And so that's what we were doing. See, if you can separate children from God and God from children, then you can own the nation. Then you can possess the nation. You can possess the future. And so there were those who thought, okay, it's a little thing, we're removing this, but no, there's a law remember the law of the parable of Messiah, the house of spirits, that when they come back, that first of all, when the house becomes empty, if it's been delivered of darkness, if it will not remain empty, if it starts being empty of God, then it will not stay empty. If you remove God, gods will come in, spirits will come in. Remove the word, other words will come in. Remove the Spirit of God, and the spirits come in. We moved God out of the house, out of the schools. It started there. Now look at what has now come into the schools. Ancient spirits. We removed God from the children. Look what is now coming into the children. Look what is happening. It was all there. The children now are the most confused generation, the most lost generation, the generation most subject to suicide and mental illness now, separated from God. Look what we did. But it was all there, back there. The altering of gender and sexuality is ancient and pagan. You take out God, then it's going to return. It must return. So it's no accident that it's all come to the children. And to what will it lead? What will it bring? This is a taste of the mystery revealed in full in The Return of the Gods. The Return of the God reveals everything that's happening in your world, what's transforming your culture, and it's touching your life and the people in your life. And where is it going? What's the future? And what do you need to know to be prepared and ready to survive and prevail? The Return of the Gods is available everywhere. Wherever there are books, you can get it for yourself and for those in your life who need to know. Next, we're going to look at a dark secret, an amazing and dark secret behind what has taken over our culture. Hit subscribe because you don't want to miss it. This is Jonathan Cahn. I'll see you next time with the sign of the sorceress, a symbol of sexuality. American embassies flying along with the American flag, the flag of the rainbow, representing sexuality. That's not natural. Children's cartoons putting it in for the children. Children's cereal boxes having it.